Hi everyone, today we're going to show you how to upgrade an Evergreen device to using the new Garden OS from Druid Garden. To get started, power off your Evergreen and we are going to get the SD card out of the unit. Take the 4 feet off of the bottom. Underneath the 4 feet are going to be some screws. You're going to go ahead and take those out. Once you get all the 4 screws out of the unit, go ahead and lift the back off. You're going to go ahead and see the Raspberry Pi, Rock Pi 4, or Rock Pi 5 unit inside of the device. This particular device is a Raspberry Pi. They will all have this little QR code here. A Rock 4 is going to look like this with the little chips on the bottom. And I do not have a Rock 5 with me, but it will not look like either of these two devices. Go ahead and take the SD card out of the device and use a standard USB to SD reader and plug it into your computer. From here, we're going to go to the Druid Garden website and we are going to select the proper image for our device. This one was a Raspberry Pi, so we're going to click download image right here. Once the image is downloaded, go ahead and click on device scanner up over here at the top. Do not click start network scan yet. What we're going to do is flash the image onto the device. I use a program called Balana Etcher. It's going to look like this. So we're going to go ahead and flash the image. Go ahead and click select target and click on the SD card that you plugged in earlier. Then go ahead and click flash. This will start the flash process. Expect this to take several minutes. Once the flashing of the image is complete, you're going to go ahead and eject the USB from your computer, and then you're going to take the SD card, and we're going to go ahead and plug that back into the unit right here. And at this point, we can go ahead and close the unit back up, get the screws put back in, the feet back on, and power the unit back up. Once the device has been fully reassembled, come back over to the Druid Garden website and go to Device Scanner and go ahead and click Start Network Scan. On some browsers, you are going to get blocked and you will immediately see no Garden OS devices found on the network. If you see this instead of any scan happening, you need to come up here to the top and click on this lock icon. Click on Connection Secure and click on Disable Protection for now. This will reload the page, and now when you click Start Network Scan, it should start scanning the network and hopefully find your Garden OS device. If you see a device show up down here, go ahead and click on the Connect button, and that will connect you to the device. When you first get connected to the device, the default username and password is going to be admin and admin. Go ahead and click Login. From the home page here, you can see a bunch of the information about the device that we just installed Garden OS onto. And up at the top, you will see a notification that we do not have any drives currently mounted on the system. Go ahead and click on that notification, and it should take you to the storage manager, where you can now see the drives connected to the system. From that home page, you can also reach this by clicking on Settings and clicking on Storage Manager. Down here, we can see our drive is not mounted. I'm going to go ahead and click on Mount, and I'm going to let the default mount point be where the device gets mounted. Once you see the success messages pop up, go ahead and click back on Farmer and Configure Farmer. As an Evergreen user, you're going to want to come over to the Scan for Legacy Config tab, and you are going to let it scan your drive to find the configs. This can take a minute as it crawls the blockchain to find your plot NFT information and creates a farmer config based on the preload.conf that is on the drive. Sometimes, if your plot NFT has a lot of spends, you might get a timeout error from the front end web page. If this happens, go ahead and just wait another 30 to 60 seconds and reload, and the backend should have your information loaded. Once you have reloaded, you will see your configuration in JSON format loaded up into an edit existing configuration. You can go ahead and click to the next tab, which is your payout settings, and enter the payout address that you would like the farmer to pay to. Go ahead and click connection settings, and here you can verify what full node settings you would like to use, what plot directories you would like to be added to the farmer, and if you are using a local recompute server or a remote recompute service for compressed plots, you can put that information in here. If you do not have a local GPU for doing decompression and you are an evergreen user who is using compressed plots, I highly recommend you look into recompute.io. Once all of that is set up, go ahead and click Save and Test your config. Now that your configuration is saved, we return back to the farmer screen, and you can click the green Start button up here to start your farmer. If the logs down at the bottom do not automatically reconnect, you can click the Reconnect button. Sometimes it just takes a couple of seconds for it to load. And as you can see, we are now farming. We are now processing signage points, and we can see how many are passing the filter. We just had our first plot pass filter, 1 of 65. If anybody has any questions, feel free to pop into our Discord or reach out to me on Twitter or Reddit. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.